Paradise Lost. Found it.
Hello, this is Nathan Basil, a.k.a. Leslie Vernon, and you are watching Death Curse Society.
Rock and roll!
6 o'clock already, it was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to Monday, it's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Woo! Woo! Here we are again, folks. It's another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. I got the Zigzag. I got the Colonel, and I got FaZe. What's up, guys?
Oh my God!
Talk to me.
Talk
Just another
to me.
Manic Monday.
It's a manic Monday.
I feel really relaxed for a Manic Monday, though.
You know, we're getting Prince a few shekels. You know how it goes. Yeah, dude. Something really cool happened today. That just want to lead off.
Let's go.
You know our buddy Larry over there at the Living Dead Weekend Crew.
Larry,
the master tour guide of the Dawn of the Dead tour. Well, he dropped a little thing on there. He said, "Hey, our buddies over at Distinctive Dummies, you know, the guys that make all these kick-ass action figures, the George Romero, you know, all the Fulcis, they dropped their new set that's coming. So the pre-sale went up today. That's why I had brought Mr. George Romero out again, because we have officially licensed Distinctive Dummies, Dawn of the Dead. Peter is the first one.
Nice.
I'm stoked. It sold out, and it took about 6 hours. I'm shocked. I just don't think anybody knew.
Did you get one?
I got one.
All right.
Yes, but they I've heard through Larry, the next one is going to be you know, Flyboy and what's her face?
Galen.
Fran. Yeah. Fran. That's it. I can think of her actor name. I can't think of her fucking character name. And then the last one is Roger and the zombie with the chopper.
The chop top.
Yeah. So once again, they're doing it again. But I think these things are going to be their biggest license by far. So
excitement in the action figure world, then. Sweet.
Yeah, you know, kind of neat. And I've got all these guys now. I've just recently connected with them on Facebook. I'm going to try to get with the Paul Bearer Press guy, since he's kind of the broker here in America, because this guy's in Thailand. Speaks good English though, so we're going to try to do something to get him in here and talk some action figures, man. Like this is the sculptor, this is the artist, and one of the distributors. So it should be pretty cool if we can pull it together. We will work on it. And then, yes. Other than that, I can, the rest of you guys, I'm sure this past weekend, Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath hit the stage one final time in their hometown over in Birmingham, England. This was a religious experience for me. Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, been a part of my entire life. All of it. So to see this, and there was all the big bands came out, and it was cool. They'd play a couple of their songs and then go into a Black Sabbath cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it was all fucking day long. It was great. And Ozzy came out, dude, and I got through the whole set. He only did 5 songs. That's, guy's got Parkinson's, man. He can't stand up anymore. But he belted them out, and then the last one was Crazy Train, and that's when I choked up, man. That's when I fell apart a little bit, you know, because I'm like, it's all the memories are hitting. They're showing Randy Rhoads on the screen jamming, dude. Just the whole damn, it hit you like a tidal wave, dude. And then Sabbath came out. 4 songs, man, but that's all they fucking needed. Magic. Bill Ward back on the drums, no fucking shirt. A 71-year-old man, no fucking shirt. Oh my God, man. If you didn't see it,
if you want to see that, just go to any nursing home nearby, and you'll see a 71-year-old man running around with no shirt.
Just seeing him crush the drums, and it was tentative. They start with War Pigs, of course, and then to see him get warm as it was going, and then fall back into form. I mean, for $30 to see a concert like this, what a gift. What a fucking gift. But that was kind of like my week. I mean, 4th of July and all this crazy stuff happening. My brother recovering, had his disc surgery, had some complications and some scares, some touch and go, but we're not that lucky. He's going to be fine. And
Jesus.
No, it was really scary. And, you know, we're blessed that he's okay. I don't know if he's watching or not. He might be, because he's got nothing better to do.
I hope he's not right now.
Yeah, but
he's going to be asking for a fucking refund. Where's my money back?
Shit.
He's it sucked though. I mean, they're in a good place though. The good doctor, they saw a little swelling today and went like, you know what, we're going to keep you one more day. That's that. And he was like, okay. After the scare we had, you know, so he's taking it very seriously now. So, but he's going to be fine. We're not going to lose Mr. Maggs yet. So, all right, that's all I got, boys.
Well, hold on. Just to stay on your topic that you rambled on there for a little while. At least it wasn't sports, folks. At least it wasn't fucking sports.
Yeah, DCS Sports.
Full Damn Enchilada Pod says 5 songs and like 5 Sabbath songs. Yeah, I cried too. Doc Smiley says the Mama I'm Coming Home was all eerie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, he was struggling with that one, and then when he tried to stand up and couldn't, that sucked. I mean, but he could still. It was Ozzy. He was back. He was back. He arose again. He rose to the occasion, and I'm so thankful that I spent the money to watch that, because I'll never forget that. I saw it, the last one. You know, that's
nice. Amazing. You know, Sean Clark was there.
I believe it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was there.
He was probably right there when Kelly got proposed to from Sid and Slipknot. It was him. He was him behind the camera, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he was probably videotaping it. Yeah.
No, but that I was talking to Rick, told him Enchilada. The average ticket price was like $4,500.
Yeah.
Average ticket.
Average.
Price.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That's
crazy.
What an experience! What a memory, you know. Yeah.
For those fans, that's it, you know. And what a way to go out. That had to have been a hell of an experience. So, Colonel.
Yes.
Wake up over there.
Tired.
Would you shut the fuck up, Colonel? Jesus Christ.
I'm here, damn it.
He needs some Sabbath.
I do need some Sabbath. I was disappointed I missed it. I was driving all day Saturday.
How was your week? You were on a trip, huh?
I was on a trip to Tybee Island, Georgia, and hit up Savannah a little bit.
Nice.
Delicious seafood. Killed it on the ghost tour with my dad jokes.
Savannah?
Yeah, Savannah.
You were right near a special place.
Not
City?
near enough.
Not
I didn't get a chance to go to it. Like I said, I would like to go back without kids, so I can see everything I want to see. I did get to see the park bench Forrest Gump sat at.
Ooh. I mean, hey, I like that movie, so
I like that movie too, but
I would
was
think that.
in the cemetery.
Colonel's like a box of chocolates.
Like a box of chocolates. Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of tired today. I just hit the wall. I came home. My yard turned into a damn jungle, so I had to hurry up and mow it before the rain started. Made dinner, took a shower, and I just crashed out. I was almost late getting here tonight.
Damn.
And I guess I'll find out if I was lucky enough to not see the new Jurassic Park film. I get to sit here and look pretty all night.
Well, you can just ask some questions.
Here and there if I get them.
Get in there.
I'd rather hear you guys rant because from what I've heard, it wasn't great.
I have a bit of a rant with this one. I'll be honest.
I did think of you though, Colonel, while watching the Black Sabbath concert because when your boy Tobias came out,
Oh God, he was awful.
but
I don't think that song fit his vocals at all.
he did okay. I mean, the howl at the end is when I cringed, but they did bark at
Cried
the
too
movie.
hard.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just I've been watching the clips from Ozzy's set and the Sabbath set. That's all I really would. That's all cool, but that's what I really wanted to see.
It didn't matter. There were tons and tons and tons of mistakes with this thing, but everybody was there for that same reason. We're only here because Sabbath invited us. You know, I'm sure they flew them in and gave them hotels. I doubt there was much pay for these bands to come and do this.
I just want to know what the one band is Sharon kicked off.
It's coming out next week.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the day after.
It's going to be Crew. Motley Crue. Come on.
I'm sure Mickey Six is a dick.
Fuck those guys.
And by the way, before I get done talking, just a heads up, guys, 9 more Sundays. So, yeah, DCS Sports shall return.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Is that preseason?
No, that's regular season. I'm not.
Oh, that's regular season? Okay.
Hey, Lions are in the Hall of Fame game this year, baby. So we got football this month.
Some more like five.
Like realistically, you got like 3 weeks left because training camp
Jesus.
starts, and I go, "Oh, I can't believe so and so is playing like shit."
God, all right. That's enough of that.
Yeah.
Well, Colonel, you actually have a message on here. Jimmy says, wanted to say to Colonel, I have left my job and left my bad overlords behind me, but no worries. I start a new job with new overlords next Monday. Looking forward to tonight's show. So,
The French.
Congratulations, Jimmy. I'm proud of you, buddy. The French. I hope he didn't work for the French too.
No, I don't think they were French. They were just,
they're symbolic of. Yeah, they're symbolic of all overlords, the bosses. Those. Thanks, Orson.
FaZe, how about you? What'd you do this week?
Pretty normal week, you know. I worked. I watched this darn movie. You know, I watched it on Saturday, so you know, normal amount of time to think about it. But no, I just kind of worked and had a normal week. I have no highlights to share.
All right. Well, normal week for FaZe.
I will be catching a recording of this concert at some point. You know, the highlights, of course, if there's one out there. But
Today,
I could not catch it live.
Here's what they did: the stream was $30, and you got to watch it. I think through today, Saturday, right? Saturday.
I can't pay that much.
And then they'll cut it all up and
I
share
think
it.
Sharon Osbourne will put this on a DVD, digital streaming, all your favorite outlets. It's the final. Back to the Beginning is coming to you. You won't be able to avoid it.
Yeah,
but it is special, so I do recommend.
Yeah,
I saw a couple of the videos and it was pretty cool. So.
God, I wish I could have been there though.
Oh,
How about the dream lineup, man? Like,
oh yeah.
Well, Vizzy at the pizzeria, they were discussing it because they're closed anyway, you know. So they were actually, but then we started looking into tickets. It was like the $4,500 ones were long gone by then.
Oof.
I'd say $4,500 is worth the price of admission for that one. I wouldn't. If I had it, I'd.
Right.
You'll get no argument from me. Because, yes, I would have fucking been there.
All right. Well, Jimmy's in the room. Josh was here. Whole damn enchilada pods here, of course. Sue, Lorena, Joseph's in here. BK. I'm not sure exactly what this means, but I'll post it anyway. Crushing a Green Lantern pizza, hanging with you fine folks. Is that a brand?
Yes, it's a franchise that's kind of branching out in Michigan here. They used to have one that was like, you know, only kind of Troy and the west side or the east side, I should say. And it's coming this way. So it's pretty good. It's like Jets, little cheesier, greasier Jets.
Oh God, don't even get me started on pizza, Ziggy. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Yeah, can't wait.
Doc Smiley's in the house. Patricia's here. Rachel.
The doctor.
Paula is here. Welcome back to the States, Paula, and all the fam. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun. Oh, she says
Boy.
Grizzly. She says Grizzly and the twins are asleep. I can't get. There we go.
What?
Maybe they'll wake up. Well, dude, they just got back like last week.
Jet lag.
They're still on Australia time.
Oh,
You going to be watching the show tonight, Grizz?
We are supposed to compare.
It's amazing you had that loaded up that quick.
Well,
That's pretty good, yeah.
the new layout does make it like 3 wide instead of one single strip, so that does make the scrolling a lot less.
Oh, that's true. I haven't checked that out yet.
Yeah.
I have my gripes with it, but yeah, it's cool.
We're
I
gonna
don't
get
like
used to
that-
this and then switch here in a month, and it won't matter. It won't fucking matter.
Don't matter. It don't matter. You know, I can't move them though. I don't like that yet. There's got to be something there, like you can unlock it and move them and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. Just haven't figured it out
Yeah.
yet.
Ah, shit. Rachel's even ready. Just wait a couple more months and it'll be sports.
Sports.
DCS sports.
DCS sports.
And he's okay. Rick's mentioning the $190 million at the gate for this concert, and then another $170 million on streaming. Good God!
Damn.
Yeah, it had like 5.8 million buys.
Viewers.
Buys. You know, I
Wow.
mean, that's for just for that. You know, I mean, that's. But I think more people, once they heard what it was and they started catching the clips, they weren't dumb. They had that thing popping on Facebook all over the place, little clips, and people were like, "Fuck, what's going on? Who's what?" I thought Tool was really good in that show, man.
There's Gory Tigers in there in the comments.
Hey,
Mm.
she was in.
And-
She's a local.
Wait, Gory Tigers a local?
Isn't she from over there across the pond?
Oh, no, you're thinking of
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's Goth.
yeah.
Mm.
Dave's
Sorry,
in
Corey.
there.
Yeah.
Canadian Dave, I believe. And there's Charles. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's it. I think that's
Charles
everybody.
Sherrod?
Yeah, Charles Sherrod.
Hell yeah.
I just popped in here.
Hey, before we get moving on, I do want to make a couple of little quick, just not necessarily announcements, but I know we always try to mention people on their birthdays and stuff like that we know of. And I hope I'm not missing anybody, but I do want to say, I want to wish a happy 3rd birthday to our buddy Ryan over at the Whole Damn Enchilada Pod.
Yeah.
And also a happy 6th birthday to our old gaming partner and frequent viewer, the lady.
Ah.
Now, granted, these aren't real birthdays; they're the sober birthdays. So, I wanted to point that out tonight because, hey, guys, keep it up, keep fighting a good fight, and we're behind you all the way. So,
Fucking Lulu. Well done.
yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. And Gina's on here, and she says, "Guys, would love to watch, but have a lot of wreaths to get done."
Oh,
Yes,
Hey.
yes, you do, and hopefully, in the very near future, a whole lot more.
work.
Work. Gang,
Here we go.
we're going to be talking about the latest in the long run. What?
It's in the long running.
In the long running series for Jurassic Park, we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth here in just a few minutes. But first, before we get into all that, I'm not going anywhere yet. Would you hold on? Jesus. First, we got to thank our members. Of course, our final girls and guys, Christy, Seafays, Lorena, BD, best wishes, BD, get well soon. Alex, Robert, and Tyrone. Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Morgan Crypt Horror. Speaking of Morgan Crypt Horror, they got the Slasher Bash going on this Saturday. If you're in the Albuquerque area, go and check it out. Dave and Felissa Rose are going to be there. All the Albuquerque family is going to be there. Wish I could. Not going to be able to make it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Special drag show going on with Busy Bee, the winner of the first Morgan Crypt pin up winner, and a whole lot of vendors and some cool stuff. So Look them up at morgancrypthorror.com and or morgancryptabq.com. That's what
That's
it is. And anyway, back to our members. Thanks to also Raymond and the whole damn enchilada pod. And then, of course, our camp counselors. Adam, Christy, Luke, Lou, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Shit, Dave, Carl, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ.
It's been a while since,
I think you missed the button. I think you missed the button.
We did a clap for the sobriety celebration. We had to mix it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to show that.
Everybody gets a wah.
Everybody gets a wah.
You don't get the applause. You get the wah. All right, whatever.
The
That
guy
guy gives it his all, man. Don't you want? That's an effort there, man. I would be appreciative of that.
I wonder if we're going to run into that guy in Albuquerque again. I swear that was the same guy.
I'm interviewing him if we do.
If you want to become a member and help support the DCS, head on over to deathcursesociety.com. Go over to the membership page, choose a tier, and throw us a few bucks every month. It's like a subscription, but you get to, help us and be cool. So, and of course, thanks to our associate producer, C-Phase. But it's time to get into the real deal. Yeah. The reason we're here, baby. Oh, yeah.
Jurassic fucking Park.
What is
That's all I could think of when I heard that music when they were flying fucking islands,
dude.
It's ruined forever.
Oh God.
I got to bring something to the party. I will.
What the hell? Is that Family Guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I had.
Do it again. I got to see it again.
What the? I remember that.
I don't think I've seen that. That's funny.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Oh God. Please don't demonetize us for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fox.
We'll see. They usually don't like that, I think.
And it's short. I don't know. I did it back to back now. That might be 30
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm so sorry.
We'll lean off of it, David, for when it's appropriate.
Good God. All right, that's good. Anyway, let's just jump in. This is the 7th movie in the series, right? If you count the original Jurassic Park and then the Jurassic Worlds that we've had so far. Is that right? 7th?
Gosh, I don't know. I
6
haven't
or
seen
7.
7.
This is how much I give a shit about most of these. I think 7, but whatever. Somebody will correct me in the comments probably.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with anticipation. You know what? I'm going to Phase on this one first. Phase, boom.
Phase.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to think about this one. I barely remember the first movie. I like it. I like the John Williams score, which, God.
We can't play it. We can't
play it, of course. No. But without saying much, that is going to be one of my gripes with this movie is the score. But going ahead of that, anticipation's kind of mid. I just, I was never a big dinosaur guy. It's just like, the problem was I saw that it was over 2 hours long, and that just I came in pretty pissed knowing that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You really hate any movie that's over like an hour and 40 minutes.
That's not true. I love Sinners. Sinners is amazing. Fucking Godfather's great. There's plenty of movies that are over 2 hours long that are great, but
it just needs to be. Yeah, okay.
It's a little often, yeah.
It just seems like every movie now needs to be over 2 hours. I
Once you hit that 3 hour threshold, like fucking Avengers, go fuck yourself. Like,
Gangs in New York.
Okay, yeah. I still want to see The Brutalist, which is like almost 4 hours long. But I know I've got to be in a mood for that. So
I mean,
I
if it's
haven't
a
done
good
that.
movie, I could watch a 3-hour movie, no problem. But it has to be fucking good.
I can sit through the Return of the King extended cut. It's
Those I
4.5
can't
hours.
deal with.
I love it.
With all 6 endings.
Yes.
That's at home though. I couldn't do that in a theater.
Oh God, man! I remember Return of the King first at the theater, talking about the 6 endings. I had to piss so bad. I was like, "Oh, it's almost over. Shit, kid's going. It's almost shit, it's still going."
Yep.
I was about to piss my pants, but I was like, "I can't do it. I
Can't
didn't want to
wait.
miss anything. Damn it!"
I know, right?
All right, Colonel. What about you? Anticipation
None.
must have been really good since you didn't even go see it.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Even if I had the chance to, my anticipation would have been low, just because it's the Jurassic Park series been running to the fucking ground. Honestly, other than the first one, have any of these actually been like really good? In my opinion, no. Excluding Rebirth, because obviously I haven't seen it. But the other prior 5 movies, no. But just the first one, I'm good.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. I mean, I love the first one. I grew up at the time where I went and saw that like 5 or 6 times in the theater when the original came out in '93. And that was a special experience. Seeing those dinosaurs for the first time, and the magic of the special effects and everything was great. But it's kind of nothing now, 30 something years later. It absolutely does not have the same effect. So, but that's just me. So I'm going to be obviously tainted. I wasn't really looking forward to this one. I figured it was just going to be another tired, overdone, nothing burger, basically. And we'll see if I was right. Ziggy, what about you? Anticipation?
I was on here last week saying I'm a Godzilla guy. That's okay. But, the Jurassic Park, I was never into it. I mean, I thought the first one was okay.
Really?
And I like what they did, though. There were elements to it they used that made it. Like the shaking, the water cup shaking when that thing's walking up on them and shit, I mean, all that stuff. You could tell Spielberg was all over that. This one, yeah. But, I mean, my anticipation was fucking low. I purposely tried to lay this on the ground so I could just step over it and be like, hey, it wasn't so bad. So my anticipation, I'm not a fan of this franchise. I don't think I haven't seen any of the ones with Chris Pine in it. Didn't he do a set of these?
He did 3 of them, I think.
Pratt, yeah. That's the dude from Star Trek, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah, I think he did the 3 previous worlds, like Dominion and
because they were pushing him as the next. Oh, he's the next hero guy, husky guy coming in. He's the new Rock. He's the new Arnold. He's the new Stallone.
Fuck's sake.
And then these movies weren't raking it in like they're supposed to. So I don't know. My anticipation was very, very, very low for this. I was almost, with the shit going on with my brother, was about to say, fuck this shit, I'm out. But
probably could have.
Yeah, Sunday I pulled it together and went. Sat in the fucking. I bought my ticket like way early when I decided I was going to go. I got a VIP seat, and there's 2 of them together, but the whole row was open. Okay, and I picked seat 8 over on the other side. I get in there, the fucking only 2 seats that don't work in the whole aisle are 8 and 7. So my seat didn't recline. It didn't do anything. None of the shit. It's supposed to have all this shit. And you know what I mean? Like speakers in the seat and stuff in the VIP. So so that was that. I mean, I don't know. I didn't need it. Maybe that would have helped because of some of the stuff we can get into later with some of the sound design of this movie, because I feel like I was missing out.
If you're the one on the road, did you move?
No. Well, I mean, I was going, okay. That's what I said. As soon as we get going here, we're done with if it's not filled up, I'll jump over a seat. Oh no.
Shit.
No. Oh no, that all filled up, and then it was just like a parking lot when you pull your car in, and you got a nice car and a new paint job, and every asshole in their shit beater gets right in front of you, all the way around you. That was here in the fucking movies, okay? Like, no, these guys sat over here, then they brought their whole fucking clan, sat in the front of them, with their phones, and these were kids that didn't give a fuck. They couldn't get into the movie, so they, I ain't mad at them. They were quiet and stuff, but yeah, dude, it just that's my luck though with this fucking place. I mean, I sit in the one fucking seat that don't work, so it didn't help with my mood going into this already that I did not want to be there.
Dude, I can tell. I mean, just because, look at you. I mean, you've already snapped, and we're 30 minutes in.
We're in anticipation, you snap.
Well, as soon as I just had the thought of, you know what, I'll just change seats because there's always 30, 40 seats around that are open. Oh, no. Everyone's going to see this fucking thing, so one of the biggest openings in the history of the franchise. So we're going to get more of it. But, yeah, let me just hold on to it for now.
Well, I'm going to stick with you, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Colonel.
I'm just saying it was a holiday weekend and didn't have much competition.
They really didn't.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, F1 already had its 2 weeks, didn't it? Or a week.
Right.
Definitely not Megan 2.0.
No.
Definitely not that. Ziggy, I'm going to stick with you on going to the next topic, initial thoughts, but I want to ask everybody also, did you see it with a crowd? Because I saw it with like 8 people.
Oh,
and I did that intentionally because every other showing was packed, and I did not want to deal with that. So I literally picked the time that the fireworks were going off on Friday here to go. I knew that would be an empty theater because my entire town goes to see the fireworks.
That's cool.
So did you see it with a big crowd? Did you see it with a big crowd?
With me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was Sunday night was, it was Sunday at 4:30. So I would say, 80% full. Especially around my section. Totally full.
We figured that out.
Yeah.
Colonel, what about, Phase, I'm going to
about
fuck that up a
80%.
few times.
Colonel, how was the popcorn?
Delicious.
About 80%. Yeah, it's it. I had a pretty full theater.
All right. Rick says theater was sold out because he went to the mystery movie a couple weeks ago. That's right.
$5 and you're going to get most likely a premium movie.
Yeah. I wish I could make those, but they don't do them here, and the days they do them in the bigger cities, I have to work. So
yeah,
so initial thoughts.
Yeah.
Walking out, Ziggy. Oh boy.
It's the same formula, a different flavor of the, maybe it's not DNA in some yellow resin, different setup this time with that, which is interesting. I'm okay with that, with what they were doing, but bad corporate guy, the whole thing, it's the same fucking formula, the same beats. It's the song you've heard 100 times. So, yeah, that's my initial thoughts. I've seen this movie already, and I was disappointed with the CGI. I mean, 32 fucking years. They've devolved. It's worse. It's worse than it was in the originals. How?
The what now? The effects?
The dinosaurs, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure out why they really feel the need to make new dinosaurs, like hybrid dinosaurs, and like that confused me.
Well,
Right.
I know they tried to explain it like, the people were getting bored with it.
There you go. The society slap that's attention spans of a gnat. So let's work that in here. We got to come up with some new shit, some new species to keep the people coming in.
Dude, I think that's bullshit.
It was about gate receipts, pretty much. I mean,
but that's so. I think that's dumb because
it's very dumb.
Every generation kids love dinosaurs. It's not like the kids that are growing up right now don't love dinosaurs. You know, and that's been going on for 100 years, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so that fascination is not going to die, like they try to explain in this movie.
Well,
No, well, because let's be honest, like at some point, that's one of the most important questions you're ever going to get asked. At a certain point in your life, this is why I like to make the joke: "What's your favorite dinosaur?" Because in second grade, that's an important fucking question. Now it don't really fucking matter. You had to have a favorite dinosaur, man.
Well, what about you guys? Crank, what was your favorite dinosaur or is?
I'm boring. I'm a T-Rex guy.
Ziggy? Don't know.
Ziggy just can't believe that we're actually going through this question again.
I'm just. What do you mean again? We've done this before.
I've definitely
Like 8 years ago.
Years ago, that was a long time
No
ago.
shit.
I don't remember what I said. Sagittarius.
What?
I don't know.
Sagittarius.
You mean a Stegosaurus?
No, it was a Sagittarius.
What is that?
Look it up.
What is that? I am going to look that up, actually.
You don't have to look it up.
Those are people that are born like in March through April or something.
Yeah, it's an astrological sign just with a
Not a
T added.
Sagittarius, a Sagittarius.
Colonel?
I'm going to. I got it. Yeah, good. Because I don't.
Let's call the colonel.
I don't want to touch what Zag said. I got a joke lined up, but it's not legit. It's not good. So no, I'm a basic bitch. T-Rex. A lot had to do with the first Jurassic Park movie, though, when he ate the dude off the toilet.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
is shit in the first
Sure.
one.
I liked the Stegosaurus as a kid.
The Triceratops was
The one
always
that Ziggy
popular.
might be trying to say.
No,
Triceratops.
the
Is
Triceratops.
that the one? Is that the one with 3 heads that guards the gates of hell?
3 large horns.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Jesus Christ.
Not
Oh,
hell,
man.
but they do. Have
Who else needs to talk about initial thoughts? Faze?
You or me.
Faze.
Yeah, I can. Fuck this movie for being 2 hours and 13,
9.
whatever it was. Fuck the CGI too. That was bad. The closer you were, the worse it was.
some of the mutants, though, I thought that design
Yeah.
was at least late because you know why? Because they weren't confined to the world's 200 years of drawing these
Right.
fucking things. You know, That's what
Right.
they always say.
But it's just, yeah, I felt like my time was wasted
Ooh,
walking
That's the
out of
worst.
this theater.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Well, Joseph says he saw it with a sold-out theater that was laughing when they were supposed to laugh, clapping when they were supposed to clap, screaming because they just didn't have a choice. I'm not kidding. It's probably the most fun I've had going to the theaters since pre-COVID.
Oh,
Interesting. Well, you got a good audience then, and that
Yeah.
does help. I will.
It's silent.
I'm aware. I'm aware. That's a Cerebus. I'm aware, Rick. I was making a joke. Jimmy says his favorite dinosaur is a Megasaurus.
Cerberus?
No, Megasaurus.
Oh,
Just read. Just read it.
The M at the enchilada, but yeah, no, the Megasaurus.
Yeah. And Doc says an Ankylosaur.
Ankylosaur, cool.
All right. My initial thoughts. I've seen this movie. 5 other
yeah.
times. Yeah.
That too.
And-
I forgot to mention that too.
Yeah. The same stuff that I always complain about when it comes to these movies. Same basic plot, a little bit different, but basically, same cookie cutter bullshit characters. The bad pharmaceutical guy, the scientist that doesn't want to go, and then the badass, mercenary team. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Yes, Ziggy.
This guy is Burke from Aliens. This That's who I kept thinking the whole time. I was like, yeah. We get your inspiration.
Oh yeah, of course.
There were a couple in this one,
and nothing really original except for one creature, which I think we can talk about. Well, we already kind of talked about the hybrid stuff, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, I don't think you need this. Yeah, maybe people 50 years or so after you've had but you've got like what, one dinosaur park, or you got them like you got dinosaurs spaced out all over the world. It looked like in this.
It looked like they had them like kind of just amongst regular populated cities and shit. That's what I mean. That there's a scene where there's like a brontosaurus or something
that looks like it's dying or something.
It's
like
got graffiti on it though. I mean,
yeah,
and they're trying to move it, and it's just like an inconvenience. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's more construction, it's more traffic because of they're. I don't know. I thought that was a poor choice, but what they were trying to say is these things cannot survive in our polluted type world and everything. They need to be near the equator where the air's more oxygen in the water and it's hotter all the time, more set to the Jurassic period where they were living millions of years ago or whatever the fuck it was. And it's crazy. It's just you got to just leave it at the door, man. If you don't want to hear some stupid explanations, this movie's not for you.
All right. Well, let's just get into it and get this over with. I mean, let's go. Let's get into it and get it over with. That should tell you right there. This is going to be a great review.
Oh yeah. Act
1. We have a little preamble, I guess you could say. At the beginning of the movie, a little setup. In 2010, 5 years before the Jurassic World incident, InGen uses a laboratory on the island of Isle St. Hubert in the Atlantic Ocean to create transgenic mutated dinosaurs. That's what we're getting into later. One of these creations, a deformed 6-limbed tyrannosaur dubbed Distortus Rex, escapes containment, kills an employee, and wreaks havoc, forcing the facility's personnel to abandon the island. I see Colonel shaking his head.
Yeah, that's what I'm cracking up at.
That fucking name, seriously, that's the best name they could come up with.
What are we gonna call this? What are we gonna call this hybrid of these dinosaurs? How about Distortus Rex?
Because it looks distorted if you close your eyes like this.
Colonel, you would have hated this movie so fucking much.
I imagine.
Oh my God.
Hey guys,
I'm not sad I missed it.
Hey guys, they called it a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a T-Rex, distorted D-Rex.
Whoa! Pass it over, man. It's my turn to take a hit.
Yeah, pass it over, man.
Anyway, where was I? 17 years later, in 2027, the Earth's climate becomes inhospitable to sustain the de-extinct animals. They are forced to reside in areas around the equator, which resemble the Mesozoic climate, making them marked as no-travel zones. Martin Krebs, an executive at a pharmaceutical company, Parkergenics, recruits Zora Bennett, a former ex-military covert operative, to collaborate with paleontologist Dr. Henry Loomis on a top-secret mission to retrieve biomaterial samples from the 3 largest remaining prehistoric specimens, which hold the key to a new heart disease treatment. In a bar down near the equator, I'm not even going to try
over there.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Zora recruits her longtime friend Duncan Kincaid to lead the expedition. He brings boat driver Leclerc, mercenary Nina, and the security chief Bobby Atwater. Let's just stop there for a little bit. How does Colonel? I know you didn't see it, but how did that sound to you? Did that sounded
awful? Because let's not forget, you're like near the equator. Because like I know you have to. We're talking about a movie, dinosaurs. Okay, I know you got to step away from reality for a little bit. But the oxygen levels were way higher back then. That's why everything was so fucking big. Like, that's a lame excuse. You could have just kept that part out of it. It would have made more sense to me. But, well, this is the closest to their natural habitat. The atmosphere is way fucking different, dude. It's not the same.
Oh,
So I'm already out. You could have
right
just
in
not
the
explained
equator.
that, and I wouldn't have been sitting here doing this. Like, nope.
Just in that equator line, Colonel. It's okay. It's very close. Just in
Oh,
that
yeah.
little- it's
It's-
about
it's-
it's about a football field's worth.
Are you serious?
No,
And
it's bigger than that, but
A little bit,
No,
but I
I'm
mean,
saying they
it's not.
explain it like that. It's literally just at the equator.
there's a scene where they show like the globe and there's a strip around the equator that's maybe a couple hundred miles on each side that, oh, this is where they can live. And like, okay, buddy.
New technology. We are reading the thoughts of Colonel as they're happening.
That's more scientific right there than that explanation in the movie.
Like I said, if you're going to try to do a scientific explanation, don't use it. Like, you didn't need it. I'm telling you, they didn't need that. This is already dumb, fucking dumb. Just there's dinosaurs on an island. Like, just leave it at that.
Boom. That's all you needed to do.
Yeah,
All you needed to do.
they wasted
we-
like
yeah.
an hour explaining this shit.
And then, getting the backstory on Zora and all, you know what I mean? It's all for naught. Who fucking cares? It has no bearing on what's going on with this fucking mission. You're a mercenary, for fuck's sake, getting your biggest payday. What the fuck? You're having an identity crisis.
Typical girl and her boyfriend. Dad doesn't like boyfriend situation.
I didn't even get to them yet.
Oh
yeah,
I know, but that I didn't like. But I know what you're talking about. And that was pretty fucking overdone and stupid.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to them yet. They're a little bit further into Act 1, but I wanted to stop there with the introduction of the main crew of scientific and mercenary experts. That I'll say this: I didn't believe any of them except maybe the pharmaceutical guy, the Krebs character. He was the only one that kind of like fit the role. I'm sorry, I don't buy Scarlett Johansson as an ex-military covert operative.
She would be scarred
Whatever.
and tanned and leathery and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just no fucking. It wouldn't work, dude. Just no. It's not. It's not.
To be fair, it worked before as Black Widow, but that's against us.
That's a different kind of world
Yeah.
too, though. They're trying to make this a little bit more realistic. I don't really take the Marvel universe as realistic anymore.
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't either, but I'm saying she's played a mercenary style character in the past. But again, you're comparing apples to oranges here.
Well, and I'll say this: the ones that I have seen with her in the Marvel universe are written a little bit better than this was, and directed a little bit better than this was. And which disappoints me because it's one of my favorite fucking writers.
Yes, when I saw that name pop up, I just went,
Yeah.
I say he phoned it in.
Money.
That was his payday to be able to get to work on the 2 Steven Soderbergh projects he did earlier this year, and another one that I saw that
This had to be a favor or something, dude. It had to be.
Yeah,
well,
something.
no, he was the writer of the original one. By the way, we're talking about David Koepp. He was the writer of the original one, and they wanted to try to capture that magic again, and they brought him back. But you can't capture that, man. You nailed it with the first one. I love the first one. I'm sorry that I can't remember who Ziggy, I think, said that you could take or leave the first one or
Well,
whatever.
it's dinosaurs in general. I mean, once I got to Godzilla and like Q the winged serpent and shit like that, the generic just dinosaur doing its thing and then having to interact with humans, it just Jurassic Park's great. The first one's great, but I leave it because that's it. I seen it, and it's not. I like the dumb stuff better.
Right.
The fake stuff.
Nice to hear the serpent reference, though. I appreciate that. I think it's the first time I've had that reference on the show before. I'm like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Winged serpent, yeah. I love the first one. I think the first one is great. I love virtually all the characters in this.
Jeff
You
Goldblum.
don't have a Jeff Goldblum in this one.
Neill.
You don't have a Sam Neill in this one.
Was Goldblum in the first one? Yeah, he was.
Yes.
And then he
Oh
left
yeah.
and
it's a
came
big
back.
pile of shit.
You don't have the great kids, the brother sister duo that get into trouble and all that, and like you did in the first one.
And the
You don't
closest
have-
thing to that
Yeah.
scene is the beginning when they give you a peek of that mutant and the guy's stuck in there. You know.
Sort of, yeah.
Kind
Well,
of.
there's more too with the characters that Faye's brought up.
Yes, but
But anyway, should we move on and talk more?
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Hold on
They-
to your butts.
Yeah, you don't have Sam Jackson
That's right.
and
Jackson.
Newman.
Newman. You didn't say the magic word.
I'm surprised you didn't get that clip.
I couldn't.
You couldn't find it?
I did, but not in a worthy format.
Okay. They set out to Isle St. Hubert to extract samples from the aquatic Mosasaurus, terrestrial Titanosaurus, and avian Quetzalcoatlus. Whatever.
Oh, Quetzalcoatl? One of those
Something like
monster
that.
type
Yeah.
things?
Oh, Q, the winged serpent. There we go.
You're the winged serpent, pretty
Hey,
much.
there you go.
They tracked the Mosasaurus, which has shipwrecked a family sailing around the island. Ruben Delgado, his daughters Teresa and Isabella, and Teresa's boyfriend Xavier. They rescue the family, and Zora successfully extracts a sample from the Mosasaur. However, it returns with a group of Spinosaurs and attacks the ship, killing Bobby and Nina. Yeah, they lasted long. Martin prevents Teresa from radioing for help to protect the mission's secrecy, then refuses to help her when she and the Delgados fall overboard.
Wow.
The Mosasaur forces the ship aground, stranding the team on the island. Zora informs them that she employed a rescue helicopter to circle the island in 24 hours. That's kind of bleeding into Act 2 a little bit,
Yeah.
but that's fine. But I wanted to get to Ruben, his daughter, and Xavier, the ones Faye has mentioned. This family that's just out, circumventing the globe, crossing the ocean, hanging out, minding their own damn business. But I guess they're pretty close to the equator, so they cross paths with this, mercenary team and scientific team. I'm sorry. I think some of the worst acting I have seen in a major motion picture had to be with this dumb fucking boyfriend, Xavier.
It was
I
bad.
got about 2 minutes into his introduction and I was done. I was so done with him. The rest of the family was fine. I didn't mind them. I kind of like the sister, banter and relationship, but the boyfriend, fuck off. Ziggy?
Yeah, he's just a heavily stereotypical poured on. It's like the whole jar of syrup of stereotype is all over this guy. For what they wrote him as, and his delivery is annoying. It really is. But more importantly, what Crank didn't say when they are flying to the said island before they get to the boats and everything, that's when we hear the great John Williams music for the first time. Yes. Like just short pieces.
You had to throw that
Well,
in.
that's what had happened when they were going around the bend, and
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, there it is, and yeah, that's all I saw in my head at that point. So,
And it is great music, and I'm glad they keep using it.
yes,
But
Well, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. Since
Did
John
he?
Williams didn't do it.
He didn't do the rest. There's
No.
no way.
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure this guy just kind of copied and pasted his score too. You know what I mean? And it's just I felt a little stepped on in my opinion, but I'm a music nerd, so I don't know.
Okay, can we talk about the blood retrieval process to get these samples?
Real quick, I have
Also?
one comment.
Oh, sorry,
One
Faze,
quick
jump in.
comment. Right when they shipwrecked and kind of met together with everybody, my mom turned over to me and whispered. She's like, "This is just Gilligan's Island, but with dinosaurs. Like that's what this is." And
I could see that.
yeah, it's kind of not wrong,
Now sit right back in your hero pants.
but not as good writing as Gilligan's Island, or as interesting or funny. I mean, I don't know.
A tale of Distortus Rex.
Oh God. That's all I wanted to say. Just that's a comment that
No, that's a
I
good
really
one.
liked.
She's about right. Luckily, the movie's not quite a 3-hour tour.
Yeah, so it's just a 2 hour and 13 minutes.
2 hour and 9 minute tour.
We got there kind of late, so it was really only 2, but
Oh, okay. Okay, can we talk about this this magical retrieval process?
that
real
shit is
quick? Because
ridiculous, man.
man, they've worked on this technology for a while. I get they have a giant tube that connects to a self-loading needle or self-springing needle that they shoot from a gun that has to be less than 100 meters away, that pierces dinosaur flesh. First off,
This little bitch itty bitty needle.
and then once it's loaded with blood, it self-ejects with a parachute that magically always lands 5 feet from one of the scientists
Yep.
every fucking time.
It's always a close catch too. It's always within just barely that
Oh,
fingertip.
they
but
have
it's-
they have to move less than like a wide receiver being thrown to by Joe Burrow. You know, perfect layup. That was my shout out to Colonel and
I
the Bengals.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Damn.
Go Bengals!
My man crush. Sorry.
But yeah, every time you have to run like 2 feet, and the first time they're on a boat, so that's
They managed to land right to the boat.
You basically have to lean out of the boat like a foot to grab this thing as it's parachuting back down with a bucket of blood in it.
Hey man, you're on the fucking equator. That's where all the things swirl around. But in that zone, on that line,
What?
it's calm, baby. It's
Oh my
good.
God.
Surf's
Parachutes are magic in the
up.
equator.
Those are nice parachutes.
First off, that was a perfect opportunity to at some point. Oh, wind comes out of nowhere and blows this
Yeah.
fucking thing out, and you have to go search for it. And there's a plot point that could have been more interesting, but no, for fucking no reason, no, it doesn't come about, and that's one of two just mysteriously magical fucking moments in this movie that pissed me off. Faze, continue.
Oh, sorry.
This movie is not crank as fuck, apparently.
Oh no! Oh, I don't know why I was fixing my ears, and then you said that, and I stuck.
Oh man, but no,
Anyway,
man.
Faze,
They threw all logic out the window in a movie where they kind of tried to be realistic. It's like, are you trying to be realistic or not? Like, fucking pick one. I mean, it's fucking dinosaurs. You might as well just, I don't know, man. This is so dumb. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes of dumb. So that South Park song, except, for Jurassic Park instead. I don't know. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, all right, Ziggy.
I mean, there's a couple of moments once they get into the woods
Oh,
And
okay. I was going to say, don't you dare say, "Oh, I'm going to defend the injection process and the retrieval process real quick."
Dude, this is a summer popcorn movie. They need that dumb shit. You gotta have that. There's no thinking involved here, man. So, but like when they go foraging and stuff, and they're looking for these dinosaurs and shit like that. That's probably the only redeeming qualities of this whole movie is when they're doing this, because it's a little tense at times, and like some stalking dinosaur action happens, and the folks in the couple rows behind me, oh shit, oh no, oh yeah, oh look, oh no, turn around. So we had that going. The crowd, it was good. It was a good crowd. The crowd was into it like that. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going, it's a popcorn movie, summer movie. Go with it. Just go with it, G. Let's do this.
It took 45 minutes for us to get to our second death. Like, I don't know. It felt a little.
No, there were 2 on the boat, but yeah, I mean, it took a while. We're in the act 2 basically now.
I meant like the first one was in like the very beginning in the.
Well, yeah, not counting that one, but yeah, okay, yeah.
So it took 45 minutes to finally get to another kill, which
Jeez, yeah, I guess
I checked my phone.
That was a huge setup. I mean, it took a long time to get to the island.
Yeah, they're following. Well,
I smoked a ton of weed before this movie, and I felt like I was floating. It was awesome. So I barely remember all this stupid fucking setup, but it took forever to get to the damn premise of this movie, which is Dinosaur Island.
Yeah. All right, so Jesus, this is not much of a description. I'm almost.
Are we not going to address the crunching of the fucking mouth mints?
Oh,
in the sound design. What the fuck,
that
dude?
shit sucked. That pissed me off.
Go ahead.
Was it funny? Is it just me? I was like, I mean, they crunch it, right? But then it's like they repeat.
Well, explain the scene. Explain the scene. It's Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Loomis. Yeah.
Not to be confused with
Dr. Loomis,
the esteemed Dr. Loomis.
Yes. What were they getting ready to do?
Well, she was. They were hiring him basically. They were still in the museum, weren't they? She was explaining something to him. I thought.
Oh yeah, he goes, I got to think about it. That's right. Yeah. The whole thing. Because there's a lot of money involved to get him. He's told he's going along to advise these people. He's like, huh? And this ain't his kind of gig. So I got to think about it.
He's a museum jock.
He's a nerd. And he pulls out his secrets box. Altoids, whatever, there's the metal box, and then he gets the mint out and pops it in and starts crunching away. And it's like,
oh, it was loud as fuck.
Right.
Like, okay. Well, then they loop
right
it
up to the mouth.
It's like he's like they're showing his lips smacking and stuff, but it's like he ate 4 of them. He put one in his mouth.
The world's biggest Altoid.
They keep looping the crunching, dude. I mean, it's a good 20 seconds of this crunching.
I hated it.
I get it. Yeah, it's just to make it.
I think that was there for comic effect.
Yes, of course. But I mean, it's just a strange,
It didn't work for me.
Didn't work for anybody. I was
looking around,
off, bored others.
Really? Nobody laughed.
No, I think everybody. Well, I mean, the 8 people in my theater were just kind of like,
huh? Yeah, the adults behind me were even like, I don't know, they were, didn't work.
Yeah,
Colonel, what'd you think?
Yeah, it was fine.
What'd you think?
Altoids are good.
Altoids
Do you like hearing chewing in your fucking ear when you're?
Well, imagine seeing it in IMAX.
I was in the new laser studio, brand new Dolby crazy sound, so it was extra crunchy in there for that.
I hated it.
I almost went to see this in IMAX, and I'm glad I didn't, because that would have irritated the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on a little bit, the team successfully extracts the second sample from a Titanosaurus. Again, perfect placement with that goddamn parachute coming down.
To be fair, they might not have explained it all the way. They might have left it up like, hey, these people are smart enough to know that in that little needle there's a GPS and little thrusters. Well, it's coming down. It just gives a little thrust, come down, land
They
perfect.
spent 50 minutes explaining this movie. They could have explained that easily.
I'm just saying. There's my explanation for the needles for you.
Why not just
Somehow-
have? They could have had a couple of
NASA
drone,
made
propellers could have came out of the fucking thing, and they could have guided it in. It would have made more
Sure.
sense.
A drone guided type thing. I don't know.
But it wasn't.
But
It was a tube
it was a tube
with a parachute, and it fucking self-ejects and lands perfectly every
Yeah.
time.
Your writer,
Every
Cranks.
time.
Your favorite writer is this is what he said to you.
Smell my ass.
Ew.
That was. I'll get into it when we get to the walking out. But that was. I knew he had part to do with this, but I didn't know he was the sole credited writer. And when I saw that, I was like,
Offended.
I was irritated. That was irritating to me.
If we ever rate his movies, do a top 5. Maybe that's a top 5 we need to do. He doesn't do many. horror
Well,
flicks.
but he doesn't do that many horror. But yeah, I could do that.
A specialty. We'll just do. Ugh.
All right, the third and final sample that they need to get from a
Rodan.
Q,
Q, the winged serpent.
Q the winged
Basically
serpent.
was
egg.
Rodan.
It's Rodan. It was fucking Rodan.
Leclerc is killed after being eaten by the Q, the winged serpent. And meanwhile, we'll come back to this here. But meanwhile, the Delgados are stranded elsewhere and searching for the laboratory settlement where they're all assuming to meet up. They encounter various dinosaurs, and including a Aquilops, whom Isabella adopts and names Dolores.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
The star of the worst CGI in this movie.
Yeah. They run into a Dilophosaurus feeding on another corpse and a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which chases the Delgados down the river. All right. So they get to this point where they see a raft over on the shore. So they cross the river, send the girl to get the raft because there's a sleeping T-Rex right next to it.
It kind of rolls over. It's in the tall grass. All of his head kind of rolls out at first, and he's asleep.
Right.
He's sleeping.
Right. So, yeah, we see the sleeping T-Rex, and the genius idea is to send the teenage daughter to go get the raft. And, of course, the T-Rex wakes up. They inflate the raft. The T-Rex chases them, blah, 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 blah. Now, second point of the movie that irritated the fuck out of me. The T-Rex flips this raft over,
Oh my God.
steps on it, bites on it, everything else, kicks it around. The family falls out of the raft, is under the water. They're breathing barely underneath. You can see the teeth marks going through the raft. And then
No puncture, though.
Exactly.
fuck off. Fuck straight off. Anyway, so the raft disappears for a little bit. They get away from the T-Rex somehow. I can't even remember. This movie's so fucking forgettable. I can't remember how they got away from the T-Rex. I think it
It was
got
a
distracted.
crevice. 2 rocks and a crevice and the
Yeah, they got
Oh,
around.
that's right. And he couldn't get his head through. Okay.
yeah.
So the raft has disappeared. They've gone through this little crack on the river. What are they going to do now? Just magically, bloop, here comes the raft, springboarding out of the fucking water, out of fucking nowhere, and just lands right next to them. Kind of like the goddamn parachute. What the fuck?
These guys had the luck of just the luckiest people in the world, man. I mean, and
I
this
don't-
fucking raft, this titanium raft, which is, I don't know, man.
I don't mind, a few lucky breaks here and there, that happen in movies. But Jesus fucking Christ, put some thought into it. This is a goddamn T-Rex, one of the most powerful fucking creatures to ever have walked the earth, and he can't puncture a rubber wrap with his 8,000 teeth? Fuck off. Fuck off.
These characters need to do the Powerball, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Well, there we go. So Rick knew I was waiting for this rap part.
Oh yeah, that's probably the worst part of this whole fucking thing for me, at least. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah, I was looking at my phone.
Am I wrong, FaZe, here?
No, 100%. All I was thinking is how, and like these. I didn't realize there was such a good writer working on this either. That really pisses me off. So how did this get past the editing room? Like, good God.
So how far did this raft have to travel to safety?
Probably not long. Like
It wasn't crazy long.
50 feet.
Water?
So why didn't they just make it to where the T-Rex bit it and the air came out and they just went...
Yeah, and they skipped through the water.
That's much better.
Dude, there's so many things they could have done better. But, oh, God. Ziggy, anything on that part?
You know, I mean, I as well, when the teeth were sliding along the vinyl like it was a dull, like a blunt and rounded piece of wood or something, you know? I mean, it just kind of, you could see the shape of the teeth through the vinyl, but not even a tear, not a split, nothing.
Not a one.
Well, see, ripping would have meant talented CGI artists, and didn't have that.
They didn't have that.
See, the CGI didn't really bother me all that much, but now we're kind of too one.
Looked okay. The T-Rex looked okay. That was like probably the only one that looked worthy. You know, I mean, they spent all the time on the T-Rex.
Yeah, but then that little Dolores thing that followed the kid around. I mean, what? I'm just speculating here, but did anybody else have Jar Jar Binks flashbacks from seeing that thing? Because that's what it reminded me of.
Land Before Time for me.
And Land Before Time, too. Yes, that's a good one. Too,
yeah, actually. It's just, I don't know, man.
They did that. They went there.
Mm-hmm. I did not like it.
It was coming apart at the seams by now, man. It was like really like fuck, you know.
Are we at Act 3 yet? Because that's where it really just.
Well, they start finding, we're going to get.
But see, that's the bad thing. I mean, there's not much in this description that I've got here. I thought this was normally these are longer and a little bit more detailed, but.
Well, fuck.
Even the person writing the description gave up on this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, I will say this: when they tried to get the sample from the egg, that was somewhat entertaining. I like the rock, deal. But I'll tell you this: I don't care how if it was a 30-foot rock wall in his gym in New York City, Dr. Loomis is not going to be able to rappel so perfectly with like 60 seconds training down this thing, down hundreds of feet to swing into this cave and get to an egg. No. Again, plot holes bigger than a T-Rex's asshole in this fucking movie.
Those shots looking over the cliff were pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
In IMAX, that would have been cool.
That's all. Yeah, you're right. The rappelling was ridiculous.
Come on.
It was like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Like, what the fuck?
Again, that could have been another one of those moments that you write a little bit more tension. Like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And she has to save him, or somebody has to save. Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're close to Act 3. Will you hit the thing?
Sure, I got it.
All right. The two groups reunite at the abandoned laboratory for helicopter extraction, but are attacked by a pack of mutated raptors that are hybrids with a pterosaur. dubbed, Jesus Christ, I didn't even catch this in the movie, but they're called mutadons.
What?
I'll say it again, mutadons. I just want to say it again to piss Colonel off because I can see him getting more and more irritated every time.
Just seriously, these are the names they came up with. They couldn't come up with anything more clever.
It's
Yeah.
like a placeholder name until you come up with something better.
Yeah,
This
it's like he's like, let me just pencil this in. We'll come back. We'll circle back to it.
Exactly.
We just
Like,
never did.
oh my God.
It's a summer tent pole, man. This is no brain required. Just go with it.
You don't need a
You know,
brain.
Pretty colors.
I'm just saying, as an audience member, you don't need a brain on the name. Just the writer needs to come with a brain on the name.
And
Just
fuck
do
off.
something.
If you're spending $180 million on a goddamn movie, it doesn't deserve to be dumb. If your budget is 180 fucking million, smarten it up. I don't give a fuck.
We unfortunately we know how Hollywood studios work. And that's why we are bombarded with this bullshit.
Anyway, Colonel, they're called mutadons.
Mutadons.
Anyway, I just wanted to
Wow.
Damn, man.
all right, go ahead. Get it.
I don't think I have anything else. I don't have anything to say. Like, what the fuck? Mutadons.
That's the same amount of inspiration and creativity that the whole movie has. I mean, it's just
It was an eye roll with that one, dude. I never eye roll.
The T-Rex is called Little Arms and deformed. Oh my God. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right, so Martin steals the samples from Zora and attempts to flee to the helipad. The helicopter arrives as Henry lights a flare, but is destroyed by the, oh boy, Distortus Rex, which later devours Martin. The survivors manage to find a boat connected to the facility via an underground runway. Duncan, oh my God, they actually used the abbreviation. Duncan diverts the D-Rex using a flare and later reunites with the group as they escape. Ziggy called that one. Yeah, and they tried to recreate the whole Jeff Goldblum, hey, I got a flare, follow me, scene with this guy. Nothing. I did not care one iota.
wasted time.
Waste of everything there.
So this guy, real quick, before going any further, since they're trying to reenact the same scene as Jeff Goldblum, 2 questions. Does he wear all black?
No.
And does he try to get strange the whole time he's on this dinosaur island?
No.
No.
Then he's not nearly as cool as Jeff Goldblum.
No.
I don't think anybody's trying to get strange in this movie.
It's a strange wool, man. Like, go out and about.
Well, I mean, the only girls are teenagers and Scarlet. So,
She's single though.
well, no, there was another girl too, but yeah, she died pretty quick, I think.
That's true.
All right, with the same, and then it basically ends with the samples in hand. Zora and Henry agree to distribute the new medication without a patent, making it open source for the entire planet. There's the good deed that they're doing instead of the $300 million billion drug that they're going to be making and selling.
Yeah.
They put it out for the whole world to be able to access, and yada.
We'll give it to everybody so they can all research different parts of it, and then we'll all have it. You know, and it's like, great idea. You know, hands across America. Bravo.
Hasn't well the best, but okay, sure.
And there's even well, what? Once a dude gets fucking killed, their money's gone anyway. They're not getting paid.
Oh, they could have taken it back to the company.
Yeah, you're right. They would have. Those assholes have been ready there with a big box of money. So
Yeah.
What were the samples stored in the Barbasol can?
no,
That's the
Little
was the
custom-made suitcase.
a custom-made, cliched, nuclear cooled, 3
Oh,
sections.
That he ends up handcuffing to his wrist at one point, which you knew
Yeah.
what was going to happen there.
So they put the samples in a Yeti. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeti, yeah. A briefcase style Yeti.
I think you nailed it with the cliche.
Yeah. Those will be available $69.95 next week at all Walmarts near you.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Distortus Rex, I want to go back to this. Did this creature remind anybody of anything?
Yeah.
A couple of things.
It reminded me of the Rancor in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, there you go. I didn't
That's
think of that.
Totally.
I mean,
you could before you saw the whole thing, you might think alien just by the way the head looked.
Right, that's kind of what I was thinking a little bit.
Yeah.
But it also had it had like 6 or 8 arms too.
6
Right.
little arms and stuff, and almost like a some kind of insect. I didn't hate that design, even though it looked like the Rancor.
I hated it once I saw it all and it looked like the fucking Rancor. Before then, I was like, I wonder what this is.
Pretty interesting, yeah.
But after that
ain't enough. Yeah.
So, did we need a mutated Raptor pterosaur hybrid? No. A Raptor would have been just fine there. Did we need a Distortus Rex? No. A T-Rex or some other badass fucking dinosaur that I can't pronounce the name of would have worked.
I loved how there was just like a regular T-Rex, and then the D-Rex comes in and it's bigger, but it's
or just a bigger T-Rex.
Yeah, just like all.
They kind of did that already in one of the other movies with the hybrid.
Oh, did they? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park? I wouldn't fucking know.
Yeah, well, not the first one, but one of them. Yeah, I can't remember which one. But it doesn't matter because it seems like they recycled a bunch of shit anyway. They could have done that and no one would have noticed.
I checked out after 3. I saw the first 3, and that's it up until this one. Well, no, that's not true. I have gone. What was the last one? What was the last one before dude got in the movie? That was the last one I saw.
That was 3.
That was 3. Yeah.
Okay, so that's it.
I think we reviewed one of the other ones though, like Dominion or Fallen Kingdom. One of those.
Maybe I
one of the Jurassic Worlds. I think we've talked about before.
I mean, these are very forgettable. I was sitting here trying to replay it at work and going, "What the fuck happened next?"
There we go. Rick says Indominus Rex in Jurassic World is the one you're thinking of, Colonel.
And look at the name. Actually put some thought into it.
Oh sorry. And Indominus Rex.
Indominus. That's even worse.
Okay. That's cool.
It's better than the names I've heard so far.
Yeah.
And Adam says, I laugh every time when someone says the D-Rex looks like a Snickers bar. I see that too.
And what was that all about, man? There was like Snickers and M&M's is all I could think about because the heavy pans on both wrappers. I mean, there were people calling out the products.
Oh yeah,
they were calling it out. Yeah, I get it. Placement.
You already know why. Like,
the biggest movie of the year. Surprised there wasn't a McDonald's somewhere
or a Burger King, like back in the '80s, where all the movies had Burger King in it.
Here we go. All right, let's go. Writing and direction. Direction.
Who directed this thing?
Gareth Edwards, I think is his name.
You're fired.
Hold on, let me double check. Yeah. Writing, disappointing. Direction, bland, basic, boring. I got nothing else.
This is the absolute textbook definition of a cash grab.
Fuck you!
Yes, you're right. And that's, there's so many different ways you could go with this. And I didn't mind the beginning. I don't mind, hey, there's some technology we could get from this.
Sure.
I didn't mind that. There's a healthcare cure we can find.
It's a great
mission. Didn't mind that.
Yeah. Humanitarian mission for sure. Great.
But everything, literally, everything else was nothing. Just boring. Phase?
Man, I don't hate it.
Yeah,
But it's so bland. Like
bland,
it's
flavorless.
It's so nothing. It's flavorless. It's like my shirt. There's nothing on it. It's a blank shirt. I wore a blank shirt because of how blank and flavorless and shitty this movie is. Now, in reality, I forgot to change shirts, but it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, writing, F. Direction, D-. CGI, F-. I mean, fuck that.
Dolores.
Oh my God.
F-.
Yeah, the double F-. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, wait. Oh, I got the Dolores one. Hang on.
Fuck you.
It's all those
There you
Fs.
go.
All those Fs.
That's the one.
So the writing and direction were lacking. Casting and acting, like I already said, I don't buy Scarlett Johansson at all, and I like her too. I like Scarlett Johansson. I think she's a fine actress in some things, but this coming out, and I'm not trying to be mean, but right on the heels where she was talking about, oh well, back when I was younger, I was only getting roles based on my figure and not my acting. Well, you're not getting this role based on your acting either. I mean, sorry, because you weren't. This was not. It didn't work for me. So, and the rest of the cast was fine, I guess. Like I said, I liked. I think it's Rupert Friend. I think it was the pharmaceutical guy. I liked him. The Ali cat. I liked him. But everybody else was just. But they were also so cookie cutter that there was nothing to it. The doctor was annoying. The damn kid annoyed me. The boyfriend. The dad even annoyed me in some scenes. Like
he was stiff. He was real stiff.
Yeah.
Somebody say something. Somebody.
Casting was whatever. I mean, the people, I guess, fit their roles well enough, but just the acting was just phoned in. This whole fucking thing was a cash grab.
There's a built-in audience for Jurassic Park, and they're going to go see it. They're going to go see it.
And making $300+ million over the weekend, it's going to get another one.
There'll be more. Hopefully we can avoid it.
Favorite moment? Phase.
I'm going to say the most memorable for me, at least, would be when they were looking over that cliff right before the stupid-ass rappelling scene, but just the intensity of the heights. I don't know. It freaks my mom out, which always does the heights, but just it was a good shot. I don't know. I don't have a fear of heights. I actually enjoy heights. I like sights like that, and it was good. It was a nice one. It was a nice little 5 seconds of the movie.
I'm going to go with the opening scene, because the opening scene actually set up things, and I had promise for 5 minutes. And then they actually start introducing the characters that are going to be in the movie and lost me completely. But yeah, and how the way they even introduced Scarlett Johansson's Zora, like the guy is stuck in traffic going to the museum to meet her, and she just happens to pop into the cab that he's in, like, oh hi, I bet you didn't see me coming. Like, what? That stupid. It served no purpose. Like, oh, she's so covert. She can jump into any cab that's on the New York City street, stuck in traffic because of a brontosaur that's stuck under a bridge. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid. But the opening.
What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment is playing a little game called Dino Crisis, and you're in like this little laboratory, and a T-Rex head pops in through the glass. That's a pretty good jump scare. That's probably the second favorite jump scare of any game I played during the PS1 era. The number one being jump scare, the liquor from Resident Evil 2 when we first see that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Dino Crisis was the shit. Resident Evil with dinosaurs instead of zombies. Still a good game.
It's a little off topic. Ziggy, favorite moment?
Dinosaurs is included.
My favorite moment was just another ridiculous moment when that guy fell and the big leaves caught him. He falls into this fucking valley and he's perfectly fine. Like totally sets him down, like almost gently. And absolutely like more unbelievable shit we didn't need. You know?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I wasn't going to let him get away with that phase. There's not a chance.
Well, now, see, look. Now, my favorite moment of the actual movie was that. Was the opening scene. Yeah. But my favorite part of going to see this movie was before the movie, watching the trailer. And as the trailers kept going on and on, I never saw Megan.
You're underwater a little bit.
He said he doesn't. He was the trailers. There was lots of trailers playing.
There were lots of trailers, but as the trailers went on, the Megan 2.0 trailer never played before this movie, and I realized happily that I will never have to watch that fucking trailer ever again in my life because it's over.
It's gone.
That was my favorite moment of the experience. Happy?
Well,
yes.
Yeah. Are we ready to?
I can say this about Jurassic Park. It doesn't have to be fair. You can go to the next one. This is more horror than Megan 2.0.
Oh yeah,
Just barely.
Just barely.
Yeah, but Megan's like Superman. She could be whatever.
You read that one fucking wrong, dickhead.
We might talk about that since we're going to probably have a little extra time here.
Yeah.
Colonel, I want to ask you, just because based on what we've told you about this movie tonight, what are your final thoughts? You don't have to rank it, but what are your final thoughts?
It sounds fucking dumb. You could take the scientific explanations out of it, and it probably would have been a much more enjoyable film. But the fact you're trying to be scientific and realistic, again, the atmosphere has much less oxygen in it than it did in the days of the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs aren't going to be able to survive. You're not going to have giant leaves that can catch people and slowly bring them down. Just get that shit out of it, and it's the perfect popcorn summer movie. I would probably end up giving it a 3. So.
FaZe, what about you? Final thoughts and ranking.
Oh man, dumb. Exactly. Just this movie was fucking dumb. So much more thought could have went into this. It's Jurassic Park. It's one of the biggest names in film, but it's such a cash grab. It's so lazily done, but it made so much fucking movie because it's the name Jurassic Park, or I'm sorry, Jurassic World, whatever the fuck you want to call it. If it was an hour and 30 or an hour and 40, I'd be giving it a 3. But since it's 2 hours and 13 minutes, dropping it down to a 2. Not a 1 because it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's getting a 2.
They could have easily shaved 30 minutes off this fucking movie.
Easily. It's getting a very bitter 2.
Whew, that's low.
Yeah.
Because it's so dum.
Exactly.
All right, Ziggy.
I'd rather get a full Lemmy Winks movie over another Jurassic Park.
Shit. I'd be up for that.
Ziggy, what do you got?
No, that's just episode.
I understand that this isn't for me. This isn't my kind of. It's never been Jurassic Park. You know, like I dig the first one, and we said this, and I've seen the first 3. I got it. I get it. I don't care about this and stealing DNA and genetic mutations and D-Rexes and Mondosauruses, whatever the fuck they're called. But I understand there is a huge crowd out there. $300 million worth says otherwise. It is a summertime tentpole movie. If you're into this thing, if you're into the dinosaur type world and that whole thing, you're going to like this. You're going to like it because you've already seen it. You keep going back. They keep making them. You keep going back. So you'll like this one too. Having said all that, I don't care if they never do it again, but the reality is this is like a 4. Alls I need, I'm saying it that way, is this.
I give that clip a higher rating than I'm going to give this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
This I didn't know. Adam says this was written and filmed within less than a year and a half. I didn't realize that.
You're underwater, brother.
What he's saying is that film was very rushed. He read Adam's quote there, and they obviously hacked it out quick. And yeah, there you go. Less than a year and a half. All that CGI. You're not ever going to get good CGI. Look at fucking Pixar and Disney when they do their shit, man. It takes them 3 years to get that shit right.
And every time Frank goes underwater, I imagine him trying to retrieve a blood sample from a dinosaur that missed the boat completely.
It should have. Oh, I gotta swim. I gotta swim in the river to go get it. Go get it, motherfucker.
Got a 3. Oh.
He also says, Adam says, FaZe gets it. Definitely a cash grab. They should have stopped after Lost World. Jurassic World wasn't bad, but it's like Fast and the Furious. Give it a rest.
Not a chance. $300 million for opening weekend. You're fucked.
No, there's probably already one that's being greenlit right now. And I'll be honest, I'm not. If they bring David Koepp back to write it, I'm not looking forward to it. I see him.
I know. I just don't know.
Megan 3.0 versus the Megasaurus.
Joshua gives it a 3. Lorena says -1 for no rats, -1 for bats, -4 for sucking dinosaur balls, and +1 for not being hard eyes. Oh, I didn't mind hard eyes. 5.
A 5.
A 5. And BK says currently watching Hot Rod. I give it an 8.5.
Hey, Hot Rod's a great fucking comedy, man.
I'm going with a 4 as well on mine because this was a tough watch, honestly.
Unfortunately, there's not enough redeeming action, summertime action. It's not like the days when we'd go see a Schwarzenegger movie or a fucking Stallone, something big like that. Remember Terminator 2?
Get to the chopper.
Non-stop action. Yeah.
We've got to get the dinosaur DNA to make some.
Their crew, sending their crew in to get that would have been way more interesting than these fucking vanilla ass fucking.
Oh, I would have much rather seen the Predator team going after these dinosaurs. You know, that would have been great.
Hey, yo, we got to go get that DNA.
No, we're not bringing him in.
I would say if you had Rambo out there get that DNA, he'd just use one of his exploding arrows and catch the blood in the cup. Like,
yeah, it would have been catching the. Yeah,
I would believe that more.
I
really would.
I mean, just because it.
Rick says 6. Really enjoyed it, but not a great movie. Go ahead.
And I understand it. That's why I give it the 4. You know, I mean, because I know people like my buddy Dave loves the dinosaur movies. Give me Valley of Gwanji from the fucking 70s. That shit was way better than this, you know? With its fucking stop motion ass. Harryhausen. What is it? That guy with the stop motion.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. But this is bad, man.
And I get your point that you've been trying to make a couple of times about, this is just mindless summer blockbuster entertainment. But
where's that spirit?
You could have said the same thing for the original Jurassic Park, and that had a ton more heart, much better script, fantastic direction, obviously.
Groundbreaking special effects.
Groundbreaking special effects. Because the first time you see those brontosaurs, is magical. And then first time the T-Rex comes bursting through those trees, you're in.
It's like King Kong. The first time you see that shit, man, it's same effect. So,
yep. And this had none of that. They tried, but
the thing is scary.
Are we just burned out? Are we just burned out on it?
Yeah. The big thing is the big mutant is cool, but it ain't enough. It's not enough to save it.
Yeah, I don't know, with a 4. So we got a 2, a 4, and a 4. So a 3.3.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We can't factor in Colonel's score.
No, because it was a hypothetical score. So at least I was on the right track with you guys, just hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, that's all I got for this movie, man. I mean, and yeah, I know they're going to make more. I wish they wouldn't, but they will, unfortunately.
I was looking
at
the phone like every 2 fucking minutes, dude. That last 40 minutes of the fucking thing. Good God. Whoops.
Yeah, I was testing your thing that you were saying you can't just ship those around anymore. That sucks.
Yeah, it pissed me off, man.
They changed the interface on our studio, so we're trying to we're kind of learning on the fly here.
Well, before we sign off and everything, you mentioned it. Do we want to talk about Megan 2.0 one more time? And based on what Jason Blum has said,
what did
he say?
Colonel brought it up.
Yeah.
Jason Blum has gone on record saying, giving excuses for why Megan 2.0 didn't perform very well in the box office. Mm-hmm. And I think one of his quotes was, "We believed Megan was like Superman and that we could do anything with her." Is that about right, Colonel?
Yeah, it's about right. That's what I pretty much got out of it.
Any thoughts on that? Is Megan at all like Superman?
Not at all. Not at all. It's just to me, this guy's just trying to. His ego's taking a hit, and he's trying to explain why it shouldn't.
He just overvalued what he thought he had.
Yeah, dude, you took a shot and you fucking missed. Just fucking own up to it. I mean, he's missed a lot of shots lately. You still have Black Phone 2. You can rebound, hopefully.
Well, and that's the bad thing. I think their studio only needs like 2 hits a year, and they're fine.
Yeah,
the rest they can just dump. Which
it feels like, since they own the month of January with these shitty fucking movies they bring out every year.
Oh, they're stepping into the outside of horror too. There's going to be some Blumhouse non-horror things coming out.
Oh, well, and they're doing video games and TV and, so yeah.
And next thing you know, I mean, they like to do cookie cutter shit. They'll be making Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I mean, they already know how to write the same shit over and over again.
Right.
I wonder if there will be a fire.
Oh, goddamn, they will. With chestnuts roasting over it.
Yep. Yuletide.
Thank you.
Snakes.
You read my mind. I was trying. It was a softball, I know, but I was trying to just gently lob it over the plate for you.
I appreciate it.
Roast these nuts.
Ziggy, anything to add on Jason Blum and his sad trying to excuse, his ego?
Hey, man, it would have been awesome if Megan 2.0 would have delivered and been something, but come on, guy. I mean, you brought it in as a horror film. You brought this franchise into the horror realm, and then you took all the horror out of it. What the fuck do you think was going to happen?
Well, and they kind of did the same thing with Happy Death Day a little bit. There was a little bit of horror in the first Happy Death Day, but then 2.0 was more
Silly.
sci-fi-ish and silly.
Yeah.
So, God, what if Black Phone 2 follows this same trend?
Please don't say that. 'Cause
Huge
I have
mistake.
What if it does?
Huge mistake. No.
I hate creators that can't own up to their shit. I'm glad that we kind of took a vow off of his fucking movies. Fuck it, Blumhouse.
With the exception of
Jason
Black
Blum.
Phone 2.
Adam, I don't think that one's on our map yet. Adam, hold on, let me go back up to this first one where he mentions it. Okay, here it is. Adam says, just got out of a premiere of a movie called Oh, Hi, about a couple that go on a weekend getaway, and the guy says he's not interested in a serious relationship, and the woman goes absolutely nuts. Definitely up Crank's alley as far as storytelling. I'll check it out for sure. You said, I think you described it as a thriller comedy later. I'll look for it when I can. So, as for Jason Blum, yeah, I'm with FaZe. Dude, you got lucky with Paranormal Activity, and you built everything on that, and then you took some risks going after Halloween, and you bat a third with those, and you think you're master race or whatever out of everybody. You got a partnership with James Wan, who's the real talent. So you're just a guy who can put money together. You can't put talent together anymore. You're going for the cheapest, bullshittiest way around trying to make movies. You're not even trying to make movies. You're trying to make existing IPs trendy again. And you absolutely fucking failed in past with that route. I mean, do I need to mention Fantasy Island, Firestarter,
Exorcist,
The Exorcist, so many more that we could talk about.
Was that Blumhouse, Wolfman?
What?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think so.
Wolfman.
Yeah, that's Blumhouse.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, why don't? I mean, I know this is hard to imagine, but why don't you actually try to find somebody that has a creative bone in their body to help you?
Yeah, it's like fluff the sheets, dude. You gotta snap this, man. You gotta fix that. You still.
Yeah. Or quit going to the same screenwriter because you can get it for cheap ass.
Well, there's always Lionsgate.
So that's try some new writers. There's plenty out there. That's all I'll say.
That's all I'll say.
Your excuse is pathetic, and if you haven't noticed that everyone on social media is laughing at you because you're trying to excuse it that way. Yeah.
Just
stick to marketing and stick to putting money together.
Read the room, brother. He said it on that fucking interview with Andy. Damn it. I forget his name now though.
Cohen?
Andy Cohen. And he's like, oh yeah. People say they want original stuff. No, they don't. And he was just so snarky about the way he was saying it. It's like, dude, don't just.
Dude, he kind of reminds me of.
He is snarky.
You can't say that though when it's your fault that the original content you put out is
garbage.
And yeah, it's subpar. It's no good. So your formula is fucked anyway. So don't do that. Go find another way. to come up with better stuff.
Yeah, Exhibit A, Night Swim. Yes, it was the original idea, but who wants to see a story about a haunted fucking pool?
Inside Out Cookie Monster.
I don't mind a 6-minute short about it,
Yeah.
but making it 90 minutes does not work. Not in that aspect.
Well, then you didn't take it anywhere. You didn't do anything. You didn't.
Yeah.
You just fluff.
Well, and I think he's still basically trying to do the same kind of formulaic shit that they did in the early 2000s with the Paranormal Activities and stuff. So, I mean, they've got bigger budgets, but not much bigger. So, just change your game. We know your game.
We know it can be done. Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Black Phone's good.
But we know other creators can do it too.
Yeah.
Right.
Osgood Perkins, for one. Stephen Cognetti.
Rob Savage.
And Rob works with you. So
Young guys, dude.
Rob works with you, so work with him.
You already got an in to the future. What the fuck?
Who's the oddity guy too? Him.
The Irish.
Yeah, fuck, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about though. What's his name?
We fucking interviewed him. God damn it.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, but him. So anyway, that's enough. That's enough. Fuck Jason Blum. Get over yourself.
A dumb comment to make. So you should know better.
Yeah. All right, gang. Next week we are going to be covering, our top 10 horror films of 1980. Guys, we're running out of years.
Wow.
Yes, we are.
We're officially out of years.
We could always just redo them all.
We're going to have to at some point. That's what we were talking about last week, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Kind of revisiting, but not, hey, 'cause that's we always say it's subject to change as we grow and perceive things differently.
Well, we burned through a lot of those years, though, those first couple of years before we started doing a whole lot of reviews and stuff. We went through like 3 or 4 80s years in the first 6 months that we were doing this Monday Maniacs format.
82, 84, 81.
But yeah, put your list of the top 10 horror films of 1980 together. Come on next Monday and chat with us. And should be fun. Faze, send them out.
Folks, I had a pretty bad time watching this movie, but I had a pretty good time reviewing it with these guys. So at least that turned out pretty good. Man, next week should be fun. Top 10 of 1980. A lot of great movies that came out that year, especially in the horror realm. But man, thank you guys always for watching. Love y'all. See you next week. Just keep it simple.
Yep. Colonel.
Yes, Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't fucking know. I'm so glad I didn't have to watch this fucking movie. I didn't have the time. But I'm excited for top 10 horror films of 1980. And I'm really excited we're not reviewing a new film because there's a new film coming out this week. I promised my girls I would take them to. So I'm taking a break from the horror and seeing Superman, which I'm excited for that, actually.
IMAX?
No.
Oh. I'm going to try to see it in IMAX this weekend.
I don't know, Sarge, to sit through as an IMAX one, man. I think the regular one would be better for her.
Looks good.
It does look good because I was going to be dumb and I was going to wait and do like a double feature with the girls. We're going to see Superman and then Fantastic Four. Sarge she ain't going to sit through that shit, dude. So I was like, I got to break it apart.
All right.
Well, they dropped a really strong trailer for the Fantastic Four at when I was there.
These are my 2 non-horror movies I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm not going to. I don't know what you did last summer. Shouldn't interfere with it. I think it's the weekend before Fantastic Four comes out, so we should be good.
I think so.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Superman too, though. Before I get to Ziggy, BK wants to know any cons you guys are going to in the near future. Well, actually, yes. Funny you should ask. Faze, what? You might not make it, but there is one at the end of July that we're thinking about going to, right?
This is true. I don't remember the exact dates for it, but yes.
Which one is it? Where is it?
It's over in
Yeah. There we go. Ziggy, where is it?
It's Motor City Nightmares, baby. Detroit. Well, Novi, but yes.
How can I tell that was going to happen? Like I knew.
Somebody, dude, I've been getting requests to do that forever from a couple of people. And they're like, man, we keep waiting for you to cut him off again and phase him.
Oh, man.
He wasn't biting.
Yeah, I could tell you were already figuring it out. I was like, God damn it.
See, they had like a crazy sale over 4th of July weekend. It was buy one, get one. So I picked up a couple of pair. Now, one's for Crank, of course.
Which is scary because I've never seen a con usually go buy one, get one that close to the event.
There's a lot of people.
I think they've done that the last couple of 4th of Julys, though.
Yeah.
So
they had the Crystal Lake Nightmares, same thing.
Yep. And we should have thought about that, but we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's July 25th through the 27th up in the Detroit area. BK, you know I'm going to be up there. You know I'm coming up there. It's the weekend before my big birthday.
Yeah. By the way, there it is. His brother is actually organizing the poker. It's going to be a bigger tournament. There's going to be a lot of people involved. So.
Oh shit! Are we going to have to go to a different place?
Maybe. I don't know. Like BK said he could do it, but I mean, we could bring we'll bring a couple tables over there and stuff. But I mean, it's wherever it is because his brother could have it too, and it's not that far away. So, like I say, if we time it right and everything, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe BK can be chefing it up there and the other place if it have to. We'll see.
We put your dicks on the table, boys.
God, that guy's not coming.
I just haven't had a chance to mention that guy for a while. Sorry.
Damn, dude. You made me get red just by you saying that.
Fuck you!
I wish I could phase Colonel right now.
Yeah, you could.
You could.
I mean,
yes.
Fuck you, Colonel. And see, Rachel, there we go. Waiting all damn show for that. They were one of the ones that were trying to get me to bring that back. So. And there's Tanya, since I haven't seen her yet. Tanya, what's up? Hope you're still here. Happy 6th birthday, dear, over the weekend. Keep it up. Keep fighting the good fight.
It can be done.
All right. Who hasn't said bye?
Besides you, I think
you and Ziggy, I think.
Colonel, did you do the thing?
Oh, I didn't do my sign off. So, fellas, don't get sick. Wash your dick. And ladies, I wish I could have a good dinosaur one for this, like I did last week, but I don't. So, don't smell like a Scuba Steve. You Summer's Eve. Fellas, don't get sick. Watch your D-Rex. Ladies, don't smell like a Scuba Steve. You Summer's Eve. There we go.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. All right. Yep. Gang, join us next week. We're going to be talking about the top 10 horror films of 1980. Should be a good time, a good refresher of getting back into a year. Nothing extra to review, which will be nice.
You watch some of those movies, though. I'm looking forward to it. I actually have my list was together about a month ago when I saw that was on there. I was like,
yeah, I've got my list put together, but I don't know the order yet. I'm going to try to watch some other ones that I haven't seen in a while and see if they fall in.
You got one of them right there. That's I have to consider.
Number one,
of course.
For Ziggy.
Well, I know your number one's there.
Maybe. There's a lot of things to consider, dude. The top 5 or the top 4 or 5 of that year is brutal.
Ziggy, here you go.
Oh, baby.
There you go.
Oh. What is that? Hold on. Bring that back. Oh, shit.
Didn't realize my microphone was in the way the whole time.
Oh, for God's sakes.
There we go.
Yes.
So, like the Romero shirt, got the Fulci shirt. Had to wear it for Ziggy tonight because I knew we were going to do 1980 and City of the Living Dead is going to be his number one.
It's very possible. But
I put money on it.
You put money on it?
Not to you because you'll change it.
Well, you can't say that because then he's in the.
I know he's just going to change it. But it was my number 2.
You would have had to go behind my back to do that.
It's 1B. 1B. Not number 1.
Da, 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 da.
Dum, da, dum, dum, dum. All right.
Yeah.
One last time, thanks to our members, our final girls and guys, Christy, C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, Robert, and Tyrone. Again, get well, BD. Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Morgan Crypt Horror, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And, of course, special thanks to our camp counselors, Adam, Christy, Luke, Lou, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Schick, Dave, Carl, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ.
We'll never master that delay, so I just go ahead and wait till everyone's done, and then I'll say it. It sounded kind of good. We were almost like Chuck Schick, Chuck Schick, Chuck Schick, Chuck Schick. Pretty good.
If you want to become a member, help support the DCS, check out deathcursesociety.com. Head on over to the membership page, choose a tier, and throw us a few bucks. And thanks to our associate producer, C-Phase, for putting all the graphics and everything together and all the other shit that he does throughout the week.
He does it. He had to jump in there and do a couple of birthdays this week, so I was away from.
That was actually this guy. Craig did that.
I did it. It's about time.
I can't believe I'm going to do this, but one last favorite dinosaur.
Oh, Christ.
Jimmy says my other favorite dinosaur is a Lickalotopus.
Lickalotopus.
I like it.
That's going to do it for us, folks.
I can get you throat cancer, brother. Be careful.
Yep. Lick a scuba, Steve.
Yeah, I hope there's some, I hope there's some Summer's Eve in the near future there. just to be on the safe side.
Oh,
Thanks
man.
for watching, gang. We will see you next week. Be safe out there, and yeah, love y'all. Woo! Woo! See you later.
Rock and roll! Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday. Dun, 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 dun.